If you start to work on some Drupal code and look at some Drupal code, you will know them because you'll see them all the time. Okay? So here's an array. My pets equals Maya, Chloe, and August. One of the essential things to remember about arrays is that arrays begin at 0. So in this array, this is position 0, this is position 1, and this is position 2.
Because you don't typecast, is there ever a need to can you define the size of an array?
Can you define the size of an array? In what instance? And what are you thinking about?
Well, I mean, like C++, you would actually give an integer number for the size of the array.
Right. In PHP, however much you pass in, however the length of your array is how long the array is. You know, there's not, it's that I think is a form of type of casting in which you need to be able to tell it what to expect so that when you give it what it expects, it checks against it, and PHP is not going to do that. And I actually have never had a reason that would solve a problem for me, so there might be some way to do that or time you want to do that I'm not aware of, but for the most part, you don't need to. Really, I know from C++ it's hard, like how many things this does not care about. Just like, whatever, do whatever you want. We'll let you know if we don't work anymore. Okay? Okay, so this is there are a couple different ways that you can use the data in an array. This syntax with the brackets, okay, that's one way. This is a way of saying get from that array, get what is in, now that's called a key, right? 0 is the key, get the key value, position, whatever it is, whatever makes it easier, but key is the right word. My pets at key, who has the key of 0, what's that going to, what will that echo? Exactly. What if I said my pets 3? Nothing. Right, there's nothing in that position. That'd be empty. Okay? Awesome. You guys are awesome. Okay, so you have an array, and that's really great, but usually you want to do something with the entire array, right? You want to, for example, this could be an array of all of our names, and I want to print it out, right? I want a web page that shows the whole list of all of us who are in the room, right? PHP gives you this wonderful, lovely function that you can use, and that's called a for each loop, okay? So the for each loop is your friend. This is the way, well, one of the ways anyway, but this is the most straightforward way to get through an array. So here we have the same array, my pets, right? The one we just saw. So the syntax is for each, the first variable is your array. The second variable is whatever you want it to be. And again, because we're going to aptly name all of our variables, I've called it pet. Okay? Inside those brackets, so it will begin at the opening bracket, it will end at the closing bracket. Inside that bracket, it's going to go through each article in the array one at a time. So when it does, it'll do for each, echo pet, echo, this is the return, the space return break tag in HTML, and then it's going to go through the whole thing till it gets to the end and stop. Okay, so what will this look like?
It's going to be a list of your pets.
Yep, each name, Maya, Chloe, August. So anything that you put in between the parentheses, it will do to every single variable in your array. So if instead I could have added I love to the beginning of all of these strings, so it could say I love Maya, I love Chloe, I love August. It will do it to all of them. So you can see now where you're going to want some logic, right? Because you aren't usually going to want it to do it to everything in the array. You're usually going to want to do it to some things in the array, depending on circumstances, okay? But if you don't, you use the for each all by itself, okay? Why did I do the break tag?
Yeah, well, no, just like why, what's, like, why do you have, like, why the second variable?
The pets, right. This function requires you use this exact syntax. So what it's doing is, what it's doing when you say my pets as pet, is that it takes out of the array my pets and puts the next one into pets. So basically you have a basket of all the names, pet names here, and for each is gonna take one out, work on it, and then take the other one out and work on it, and the container that you're holding each individual one in is pets, yeah.
And one really other quick question.
Sure.
Is when does a space, like, when do spaces matter in your writing?
Spaces in the code? Never. The code does not care. Other programmers, the whole hunt you down and kill you thing, other programmers do care, okay? And depending on who you're writing code for, like when I write code, MediaWiki code, they like have 8 spaces in their tabs, and this is 2, which is what Drupal would use, is 2 spaces. So it's somewhat dictated by the community working on the code.
You need between the lines.
I'm sorry, from here to here.
Oh, I see the index.
Yeah.
What about like after and before the equal sign?
It's what's called pretty printing. What you want is to do it so that when someone else looks at the code, they can see. You can put it all squished up on one line as far as the computer is concerned, right? But this is mostly for other people. And you'll see that basically what you'll do is you organize the functionality together. So here I'm instantiating an array, and then here I'm doing a for each loop, and then here I'm writing a comment. So generally that's kind of how you space them. There is some creativity involved in that though. You do,